World of Sport, written by Andy Hamilton, starring Neil Pearson as Trevor and Paul Reynolds as Sammy.
Barry, there is neither. It's doing me. With the greatest respect, Barry, you don't know what you're doing. You cannot redecorate the reception area in a colour that is only found in mucus.
It's called oatmeal, and I think it would look rather stylish.
What would you know about style? You spend all day singing the song from the Halifax Act.
The new look for the reception is Barry's call, Sammy. Trev's given him responsibility for it.
And look how he's abusing that responsibility. He's already made it dingier and gloomier.
That's just the new energy-saving light bulbs.
Yeah, to help combat global warming.
Oh, yeah, global warming. The refuge of the cheapskate.
Yeah, well, if everyone takes your attitude, then the whole future of mankind's put in jeopardy.
Shall I let you into a secret, Barry? Global warming, if it exists, would be very good for mankind because it would strengthen the species by eradicating the weak. All those who don't have the intelligence or resources to adapt, the evolutionary deadwood, the stragglers who don't contribute anything and who, quite frankly, humankind would be better off without. Morning, Ralph.
Morning, all. Is the Trepman free?
He's on the phone to his son.
What's for the colour chart, Barry?
Oh, we're deciding on a refurb.
Then you're talking to the right person. I'm Refurb Man. Just redone the whole house in Theresa and avocado. Jean says the effect is truly extraordinary. Do you know what this reception area could do with?
A trapdoor?
No, a big photo to go on that empty wall just behind Heidrun there. You know, with a sporting theme.
Yeah, thanks, Ralph, but we don't need any more input right now because... Actually, that's quite a good idea. Yeah, how about a big classic print of I don't know, Pele?
Or Mike Tyson.
Pele or Tyson. That's a close call, isn't it? The world's most loved footballer or a mad, wife-beating earbiter?
Yeah, I didn't say he was perfect. I just think he'd be better than Pele.
No, Mike Tyson better than Pele. No, that's
No.
Well,
No. What about Bobby Moore?
Bobby Moore.
Yes, the great Bobby.
Look, Tobes, are you sure you don't want to come to the match on Saturday?
Nah, I've gone off football, Dad. Julie says it's just organised male aggression.
This is Orient we're talking about. There won't be anything organised about it.
Anyway, I'm revising Saturday.
What, all of Saturday?
And Sunday, yeah.
Well, listen, Tobes, don't overdo it.
I've got a revision scheduled, Dad. I'm not risking failure. Julie says failure is very unattractive in a man.
Does she? Well...
So, I've set myself the target of 7 straight A's. Minimum.
7 A's?
You need targets. Targets produce focus. Mum says that if only she'd have had someone pushing her a bit more, then she'd have got better qualifications.
Well, maybe. On the other hand, she might just have been dim. After all, she did marry me. You still there?
I've got to go now, Dad. The bell's just gone.
Well, look, all I'm saying is, you know, it's good to push yourself hard. Just don't push yourself too hard, you know? Because you might push yourself over, if you know what I mean.
I haven't a clue what you mean.
Look, all I'm saying is, of course, exams are important, yes, but, you know, they're not quite as important as adults sometimes make them out to be. So, you know, don't put yourself under too much pressure.
Julie says pressure just makes you stronger. So does Nietzsche.
Yeah, well...
Oh, gotta go, bye.
7 straight A's. It's one hell of a target. Especially for a kid who's not that bright.
We need an icon.
Well, I think Pele is a great idea. He's got such a nice face.
But he's a failure.
Failure? Pele is one of the greatest sporting success stories of all time.
How can you call him a success story, Barry? The man advertises Viagra. If we have his photo on the wall, then everyone who comes through that door to see me and Trev will be instantly reminded of erectile dysfunction.
I think that probably happens already.
I refuse to countenance Pele.
Well, it's not you. It's not choice to
I am not going to
Keep the noise down or I'll apply for an ASBO.
Trev, hi.
Oh, hi, Ralph.
I just popped in to see if there was any feedback from those TV producers about that pilot.
Which one?
You know, the celebrity detox one, where various stars sign up for colonic irrigation and stuff.
Oh, I remember. I'm a celebrity, get that out of me.
That's the one.
No news. What was all that arguing about?
Choosing a photo to go on the wall behind Heidrun.
I know. How about a big picture of Beckham?
No, Sammy, because then it might look like we're trying to give the impression that we represent Beckham, and the judge told you not to do that anymore, didn't he?
What about a big photo of one of your clients in action? There's this very good photograph of me diving to save a header in 1981, you know, playing for Swansea.
No, I'm sorry, but I refuse to be associated with any idea that involves the word Swansea.
Well, they're a good team in those days.
What, with you as their goalie?
Well, no, I wasn't regular first choice, but, I would have been. It was generally accepted that I'd have definitely made the grade, only I was a little on the small side for a keeper.
With respect, Ralph, I think a big photo of you could trigger the same associations that I was worried about with Pele.
TWOS Sports Stars.
It's a very dramatic photo. Me at full stretch. I'm right out like this.
Trevor, it's the Daily Mail. Something about Samantha Jones.
Trev, it's the Sun about Samantha. Hello, TS.
And I have Sport on 3 holding for a quote on Samantha.
And I've got the Telegraph here.
And this is Samantha. She wants an urgent meeting.
OK, I think we'd better go and check CFAX. Right. OK, Samantha, so clearly this is quite a tricky situation which needs very careful handling.
I want to issue a denial.
A denial, OK, right. Well, I suppose that might start to placate all your sponsors who've already been ringing to express their concern.
Oh, no, what are that bunch of whingers complaining about this time?
Well, Japan is an extremely important market, Samantha, so when you're accused of racially abusing a Japanese competitor, well, your sponsors have a problem with that, so you have to respond to their concerns.
I told you what I want to do. I want to issue a denial.
Because it isn't true.
I want to issue a denial.
You want to issue a denial on the grounds that it isn't true.
I want to issue a denial on the grounds that I want to issue a denial.
So you're saying these allegations are untrue?
I'm saying they're inaccurate. I didn't say the things she alleges that I said.
Right.
At least, not all of them.
So which bits did you say?
I can't remember, Trev. I was upset. Takamuchi had just beaten me thanks to that blind line judge, the one who got all touchy about my David Blunkett remark. And basically, that line call incident was the turning point in the whole match.
Yeah, this turning point was in fact the first point, wasn't it?
Yeah, well, every single line call went her way. So I was upset, understandably. And I went into the locker room and there was Takamuchi, so also understandably, I let my frustration show a little bit. But I can't remember what I said. I was emotional.
All right, let's just take it a step at a time, looking at what she says you said. There, now read that. Which bits are inaccurate?
Well, I don't know. There's so much of it.
What about the specific, quite damaging allegation that you made remarks pertaining to her colour?
What remarks?
Well, for instance, the one about her looking like something out of The Simpsons. Did you say that?
I told you I was upset. I can't remember.
What about the reference to Pearl Harbor?
I might have mentioned Pearl Harbor in a jokey way. People often mention Pearl Harbor in a jokey way.
Yeah, but not to a Japanese person.
Oh, well, actually,
Yeah, I know. Let's just gloss over the sushi bar incident, shall we?
Well, the service was surprisingly quick, so, it was meant as a compliment, really.
Look, let's just concentrate on Samantha. What about the big allegation? Did you slap her?
Well, it depends what you define as a slap. There was physical contact of a vaguely slappy nature.
Well, clearly, in the light of everything you've said, we can't possibly issue a denial.
I'm sorry, Trev, you've lost me.
Well, we can't issue a denial that's false because the truth always comes out in the end.
I have to say, Trev is 100% right, Samantha. It'd be very foolish to give out a version of events that's bound to be eventually exposed as a lie.
Well, there were no witnesses.
Oh, well, now you're talking.
And in this photo of me diving, you can just make out the blurred figure of Graham Souness in the background.
Right.
It was a pre-season friendly against Liverpool. And it was memorable for me because I had this bit of banter with Souness. It was very funny because I jostled him slightly as we were waiting for this corner, and he turned to me and he said, "Do that again and I'll put you in hospital."
That was banter.
Yeah. Well, that's gone now, of course. Yeah, a lot of the humour's gone out of the game.
My Dennis is a Liverpool supporter.
Really?
In fact, he's just started going to watch them again. A friend of his can get tickets. But only at very short notice, so quite often Dennis comes home on a Friday night and tells me he's going to be away for the whole weekend watching the Reds. Gets very excited. Won't even let me pack for him.
Is that right?
Yes, but he really enjoys it because he always comes back home on the Monday with a big smile on his face, even when Liverpool have been hammered. And the weather in Liverpool is not nearly as bad as everyone makes out because the other week he came home with a tan.
So, tell us some more about Graham Souness, right?
Oh, well, he was a hard man, wasn't he? Oh, mind you, there were loads of them in those days. Norman Bites-Your-Legs Hunter, Chopper Harris, Nobby Styles. Oh, you've probably heard of Nobby, Heidrun. He was part of the team that beat West Germany in the World Cup.
I really do not want to get involved in one of those conversations you English love to have about 1966. You return to it again and again.
Nobby dancing without his teeth. The Hurst goal, was it in or wasn't it?
I'm really not interested. Even though computers have proved that the ball was not in.
Yes, but computers can get it wrong. Look at the Child Support Agency.
I really don't want to get involved in this conversation, but you're wrong.
They think it's all over. It is now. Kenneth Walsingham never saw a penny in royalties for that. Isn't that scandalous?
The thing is, Samantha, if you issue a personal statement that is untrue, then
Who said anything about me issuing a statement? No, you'll be issuing the statement.
All right, if we issue the statement, then
No,
you still...
you, Trev. I want you to issue the statement.
Why me?
Because you have a reputation for being honest. We can exploit that.
Yeah, well, I'd like to keep that reputation if it's all the same to you.
Look, Trev, it just wouldn't be very seemly for me to make this statement. I can't stoop to getting involved in a slaying match with that two-faced Jap bitch. It's about dignity.
Well, anyway, look, this is more legal territory, surely. Why can't you get your lawyer to make this statement?
Well, I'm sort of between lawyers at the moment.
Between lawyers?
Yeah, my lawyer had the same reservations that Trev was just expressing, so I fired him 2 hours ago.
Well, there you are. You see, if a lawyer thinks something's too dodgy, then you know you've got a problem.
Yeah, Trevor, I'm not sure if you heard the last bit of what Samantha just said there, the bit where she explained that she fired him.
I heard. I just don't think what you're asking for is fair, Samantha. I mean, why should I have to lie for you?
Because I'm your biggest client, and if you don't, then you guys are toast. Really burnt toast.
Right.
You know when it's so burnt that it just crumbles inside the toaster? That's how really
it's
burnt.
a
Yeah, it's just sort of carbon. Yeah.
Of course, old Roger Hunt's the clue.
Cheers, sports stars.
See, he appealed for a goal straight away, didn't he? Goal! His arms flew up.
Another journalist for you, Theresa.
Oh, right.
Now, Roger would have netted the rebound if he didn't think the ball had already crossed the line.
I told you I am not getting involved.
Mind you, I did feel sorry for your lads. Oh, what a team they were. Typical German side. Very hard to beat. Organised. Efficient.
Why is it that whenever people describe German teams as organised and efficient, it always sounds like a euphemism for Nazi?
No, you can't keep dragging the Nazis into everything, Heidrun. You Germans have to learn to move on. You can't live in the past.
OK, troops, now...
Oh, Sammy, is Samantha still here?
No, she left by the side door. She didn't want to encounter any photographers, especially after the so-called spitting incident.
Only journalists keep ringing in.
And the response, at this stage, is a no comment. But try and make it sound like a she's innocent no comment rather than a she's guilty no comment, OK? Just lob in a tiny hint of righteous indignation. No comment. Like that.
No comment.
No, Barry. That sounds like a Rio Ferdinand type no comment. No comment. There.
No comment.
See? Ralph's got it.
Yes, but he's had plenty of practice.
I've moved on from all that, Heidrun. Yes, like most celebrities, there are things I've done that I'm not proud of. But I've learnt that you can't allow yourself to be held prisoner by your past. And Germany has to do the same.
I think you will find, Ralph, that the modern Germany is a forward-looking, confident democracy that needs no lectures on how to escape its past, given the extraordinary dynamic social and economic advances it's made in the last 50 years, which are a tribute to the resilience and character of the German people, whom I personally hold in very high esteem.
That's very kind, Sammy.
Ain't nothing but the truth. Incidentally, I was just wondering...
I'm busy this evening.
Fair enough.
I am not having it, Sammy. I am not lying for Samantha. It is just
Trev, I fully understand your reservations, believe me. But you are forgetting the four most beautiful words in the English language. There were no witnesses.
That's irrelevant. It's still lying.
Yeah, but it's likely to be successful lying, which is the good kind.
I'm not doing it.
Fine, OK. You feel there's a principle involved, so you're not prepared to compromise. And I can see that you're not going to shift from that position.
That's right.
Even though it's so very unfair on the staff.
What?
We'll do the maths, Trev. No denial means Samantha ditches us. Ergo, we could lose our biggest single client, which means the agency could go under, which would impact on the staff, many of whom might have to sell their homes and move into rented accommodation with all the extra stress-related illness that might entail.
You're saying I could make my staff ill?
No, unintentionally, yeah.
You don't think perhaps you're being a teensy bit dramatic?
All I'm saying is that your decision could be the beat of the butterfly's wing that triggers a staff-destroying hurricane.
Oh, for God's sake.
Theresa would certainly feel the impact, and given that she's probably about to lose her hubby's income, well, if she lost her income as well, it could be next stop Cardboard City.
Why is she going to lose her husband's income?
Oh, come on, Trev. Lots of last-minute trips, not letting her back for him. He might just as well have the words, "I've got a piece on the side," tattooed on his forehead.
Yeah, well, keep that opinion to yourself.
It's not just my opinion, Trev. Everyone's thinking it, but no one's talking about it. It's the elephant in the room, and it's slowly filling the room with elephant dung.
You don't say any of this to Theresa, is that clear?
Okay. No need to throw a strop.
No, it's this whole Samantha denial thing. I'm really angry she's put me in this position. Meryl says it's a betrayal of trust.
I don't believe this. You've discussed it with your ex-wife. That is a serious breach of security.
I wish you'd stop referring to her as my ex. We're separated, not ex. There's a difference.
Listen, Trev, how you define the status of your relationship with Meryl is none of my business. And I know you don't welcome my intervention in the romantic department ever since the incident with the blind date. Although quite what you've got against Chechen lap dancers, I do not know. But all that is by the by. My point is this. I don't think it's appropriate for you to discuss confidential, commercially sensitive company matters with Meryl.
I just rang her because I needed to talk the whole thing through with someone who didn't come at it from the "there were no witnesses" standpoint. And Meryl is right. It is an issue of trust.
Well, if it's a question of potential trust abuse, then I suppose she should know what she's talking about.
And what do you mean by that?
Well, you know, Trev, did she or did she not, without consulting you, start turning the story of your marriage into a novel?
The novel she is writing is the story of a marriage. It's not our marriage. I've read what she's written, and it is nothing like our marriage. It's nothing like it at all, not in any detail. For a start, the husband character is nothing like me. He's this needy, self-deluding people-pleaser.
Are you having dessert? I think I'm going to have some.
And the wife character's certainly not based on Meryl, because in the bit she's writing now, the wife character is having this torrid sexual relationship with a much younger man.
I think I'll go for the sorbet.
Oh, look at this traffic. Mind you, we've made it worse by taking a cab when we could have walked. We should have walked. You're very quiet. I know what you're thinking. You're thinking I'm in denial about this book of Meryl's. You think that I'm bothered by it, don't you? And that I'm bothered by the thought that it bothers me, so that's stopping me from telling her how bothered I am, but you're wrong. And anyway, it doesn't bother me whether you think I'm bothered by the book, because I'm not bothered what you think. Even though you're obviously thinking that I'm in some way chickening out of confronting Meryl about her book being so intimate in its details that it basically amounts to a breach of trust. That is what you're thinking, isn't it?
Oh, no, I was just trying to remember where I left my keys.
Oh. Right. Meryl. Perhaps I should have mentioned this before, but I am a bit troubled that your novel could be seen as an intrusion into our emotional privacy. Yes, that's good. Okay, here goes. Okay, Trev, you ready?
Oh, evening, Trev. Actually, I'm glad you've dropped by.
Right, Meryl, perhaps I should have mentioned this before.
Don't loiter on the doorstep. People will think you're Jehovah's Witness.
Oh, right, yeah, sorry. Meryl, perhaps I should have mentioned this before,
Look, I can't talk long. I'm in the middle of a chapter. She's in Venice with her young lover and it's pouring out of me.
Right, well, that's good.
Yeah, I'm really pleased with how it's going. I showed the latest draft to Colin and he said it's like D.H. Lawrence on acid.
Colin?
Oh, sorry, yes, he's a student on the creative writing course I've been doing.
And how old is
I've no idea.
Right.
How's the business with Samantha going? You're not going to cave into her, are you?
Well, no, because that's about trust.
Which is something I want to talk to you about.
Me too, in a way. You see, perhaps I should have mentioned this before,
Did you tell Toby that exams weren't important?
What?
Did you tell him exams weren't important?
No, I told him exams were important, but not necessarily as important as some adults make out.
some adults.
Yes.
You see, Trev, it's a bit of a problem if the parent who's doing the day-to-day parenting, trying to motivate a child who's not naturally academic, finds herself being undermined and questioned by the part-time parent.
I'm not a part-time parent.
Are you the one who washes his sheets when he chucks up over them after he's drunk a whole bottle of Baileys for a bet?
Well, no, but...
Exactly.
I just don't want him overdoing it, that's all. 7 A's seems like a lot to aim for.
Well, some kids need a goal. Maybe if I'd been told I could achieve 7 A's, then that's what I'd have got, and I'd have gone to uni.
Instead of secretarial college.
Yes. There's no harm in my giving Toby a bit of a push. He's one of those passive people who have to be given a bit of a push. It's probably a gene.
What?
But I need to know that you're not going to contradict or undermine me. Again, it comes back to trust, Trev.
Right, well, on the subject of trust, perhaps I should have mentioned it before, but
I'm home!
OK, he's back. Let's try to have a show of parental unity, shall we?
Oh, hi, Dad. Everything okay?
Yeah, lovely.
Everything is
Everything's...
good.
Yeah, it's good. Thank you.
Really wonderful.
Tickety-boo.
Morning, Theresa. How are you today?
Bit cheesed off with Dennis's bosses. They've summoned him to yet another of these last-minute emergency sales conferences. His firm is always having them.
Right. What do they sell?
Biscuits.
Biscuits?
Yes. Dennis says the global biscuit market has grown increasingly volatile since 9/11. A lot of pressure. That's why he's starting to spend so much time down the gym. Oh, I see some changes have been made.
Yeah, I wasn't consulted, even though Trev put me in charge of the refurb.
Peevish whining has no place in a dynamic office, Barry. Please remember that. Next time it'll be a formal warning. Any calls for me?
No. Well, one, but it was from a call centre in India. At least I presumed it was India because he spoke good English and had manners.
I hate cold callers. And they get so uppity when you say you're going to track them down and hurt them, don't they?
Dennis fields all the cold callers in our house. Well, he fields all the calls. As soon as the phone rings, he's there like a shot.
Can anyone smell elephant?
Morning, all. Is it a bird? Is it a plane? No, it's Refurb Man Barry. I took the liberty of bringing in a print of that photo of me I was telling you about, see? Swansea and Liverpool. Oh, you've already chosen the photo, I see.
Well, I didn't choose it, actually, Ralph, even though Trev did give me responsibility for the refurb, so I don't...
OK, that's it. Formal warning.
What for?
Peak.
Bloody hell.
And foul language. You see, Ralph, that photo represents an executive decision. As Heidrun would be sitting in front of it all day, I thought she should choose it, which she duly did, and which I duly obtained for her using my many contacts from a Mayfair gallery. Good, isn't it?
Yes, it's very nice. Well, is Trevin? Perhaps he'd like my photo on his wall.
He's on the phone to someone.
Oh, right. Well, Sammy, perhaps you'd like this photo of me in your office.
No, thanks. I've already got a dartboard.
Theresa, perhaps you could...
No, I don't think so, Ralph. It'd mean you'd be next to my picture of our Lord. And I don't know why, but I think that would look vaguely profane.
The bottom line, Samantha, is that yes, you are a valued, important client, but in the end, it comes down to trust. What you are doing is an abuse of trust.
Trev, listen.
No, you listen, Meryl. I will not...
Who the hell is Meryl?
I mean, Samantha. I will not, cannot issue a denial knowing that that denial is untrue.
No problem, Trev.
No, hear me out. I refuse to... Did you just say no problem?
Yep.
Oh. Right. Only I've never heard you say that before.
You've made it very clear that you're not prepared to issue the denial. And I accept your decision.
All right. Well, good.
Because I don't need the denial now anyway.
You don't?
No. Takamuchi is going to issue a statement later this morning withdrawing all the allegations against me. So you can tell the sponsors to stop wetting their knickers.
Right. Her withdrawing the allegations is, well, it's a bit unexpected, isn't it?
Well, either she withdrew them, or she was going to have to face some pretty seedy counter-allegations from this girl that Takamuchi groped her in a nightclub.
And who is this girl?
I don't know. I got it from an agency. Anyway, Trev, I've got to go. Oh, and obviously don't tell anyone what I just told you, or...
This is going to involve the word toast, isn't it?
It's a good photo, though, isn't it, Barry? The way it's captured me in mid-air.
Yeah. No, it looks like a good save.
It was a good save. Best save I ever made. The whole ground applauded. I was 21, and I felt invincible. I remember drinking in the applause and thinking, this is just the beginning. I'm going to be the next Gordon Banks, play for England. I thought that save was my first step up the mountain. Didn't realise it was the top of the mountain. Very small mountain. That's the trouble with good times, Barry. You don't realise you're having them. Still, at least I got the finest moment frozen in time, eh? Captured in celluloid. Look at that cat-like agility, Sammy. Where's Sammy?
He wandered off when you started speaking.
Was I being that boring?
Yes.
No, Ralph, you weren't being boring. It's a good photo.
You like it?
Yeah, I do.
I've got a framed copy in my bag.
Have you?
So what I did, Trevster, purely to help you out of your dilemma, was to draft a wording of Samantha's denial on your behalf.
No, I'm not issuing a denial.
Trev, we've been over this.
No, really, I'm not. I've spoken to Samantha just now on the phone.
What? Theresa didn't tell me Samantha was on the phone.
No, I told her not to. I didn't want you passing me any of those little notes covered in exclamation marks.
So, you told her there'd be no denial?
Yep.
And what did she say?
She said, no problem.
Stop mucking about, Trev. This is serious.
No, that's what she said. Said she accepted my decision. As it happens, Takamuchi is withdrawing her allegations, although Samantha only told me that after I'd faced her down.
Well, why is Takamuchi withdrawn? Or did Samantha threaten her? Blackmail her?
Well, both, really.
You got to admire that. You can't teach that. That is class. So you're off the hook, Trev. That's the result.
Yeah, I no longer have to lie for her. Now I only know she's guilty of a criminal act. I'm over the moon, me.
Don't get all gloomy. Come and see what I got for behind Heidrun's head.
I said Barry could decide that.
Yeah, well, we all have lapses of judgment, Trev.
To be honest with you, Heidrun, I've told Dennis he needs to get out of the rat race that is biscuits.
Really?
Yes, I mean, most of the time he gets home so late and he's physically exhausted.
Here we go, Trev. That's Heidrun's choice of photo. Barry, what is that photo of Ralph doing on the wall above your rather untidy workstation?
I felt sorry for him.
I thought it was very kind of you, Barry, and it did get rid of him, which was a bonus.
We can't have a photo of Ralph in reception. It will remind people he's our client.
I think it looks good. Not sure about the gold leaf frame, though.
But, Trev, it's...
No, it's Barry's bit of wall. And this is your choice, eh, Heidrun? Well, it's very big and dramatic, isn't it? Covers the whole wall.
But aesthetically, I think it's very impressive. Perfect for a sports agency because it captures the essential drama of sport.
Yeah.
You can see the physical exhaustion on the faces of some of the players. You can see the triumphant joy in the faces of others.
Yeah.
And you can see the excitement in the crowd. And you can see the ball is not over the line.
Trevor's World of Sport was written and produced by Andy Hamilton and starred Neil Pearson as Trevor and Paul Reynolds as Sammy, with Abdul Salis, Cosima Shaw, Rosalind Ayres, Claire Skinner, Matthew Thomas, Michael Fenton Stevens and Amber Sainsbury.